Evolution of Gaston. In the 1991 animated movie, Beauty and the Beast, Gaston, voiced by Richard White, appears as an arrogant hunter who is determined to marry Belle, whom he considers to be the village's most beautiful woman. However, she refuses his proposal when he throws a wedding party without her prior knowledge. Belle is the only one in town who actually dislikes Gaston for the person he is inside. Thoroughly humiliated, he sulks, but when her father Maurice shows up, saying that she has been captured by a hideous beast, he comes up with the idea of having him thrown into an insane asylum unless Belle agrees to marry him. His blackmail plan fails when Belle proves the beast does exist, and she says that he is her friend and that he is a better person than Gaston. He becomes jealous, snaps, and decides to gather a band of villagers to kill the beast, playing off their fears that the beast might wreak havoc on their village. In the ensuing fight, he shoots the beast with an arrow and beats him down, taunting him about his appearance and still refusing to believe that Belle will not marry him. The beast has no heart to fight until he sees that Belle came back for him, at which point he easily overpowers Gaston and intends to kill him. However, when Gaston begs for his life, the beast decides to be the better man and have mercy, and he climbs back up to Belle. Ungrateful and unrepentant, Gaston stabs the beast in the back when he sees him embracing Belle, but loses his balance and falls to his death. Gaston appears in the 1994 Broadway musical adaptation, in which the role was originated by actor Burke Moses, who received a nomination for a Drama Desk Award and won a Theatre World Award. Besides the songs Belle, Gaston, and the Mob Song, which are from the Disney movie, Gaston performs Me, in which he selfishly proposes to Belle, Gaston, Reprise, which was expanded to have Gaston and LeFou sing about his wicked plan, with Gaston also admitting he won't feel the least bit remorseful so long as it works, and Maison de Lunes, in which he recruits the asylum owner to have Maurice committed. Gaston also makes sporadic appearances in Sing Me a Story with Belle, mostly acting rudely, interrupting people's conversations, and trying to convince Belle to marry him. In the ice show Beauty and the Beast, A Concert on Ice, Gaston appears portrayed by Lloyd Eisler. In the series House of Mouse, Gaston appears again voiced by Richard White. His most notable appearance, in the episode Daisy's Debut, had a running gag in which he frequently injected himself into other people's conversations to say that no one verbs like Gaston. In the episode Halloween with Hades, Gaston eats one of the Queen's poisoned apples, saying that no one eats candied apples like Gaston, ignoring Daisy's warnings prior. Consequently, he falls into the sleeping death, to which Daisy says that now no one needs a wake-up kiss like Gaston. In the 2002 animated movie, Mickey's House of Villains, Gaston appears as one of the many villains to join the takeover. In the ABC television series Once Upon a Time, a version of Gaston appears in 2 episodes, in which he is first portrayed by Sage Brocklebank and later by Wes Brown. The first was in the first season, where he was Belle's fiancé, and attempted to save Belle from Rumpelstiltskin but got transfigured into a rose. The second time was in the 5th season, where he befriended Belle. He was depicted in a lighter manner compared to the original movie, where it was implied that his love for Belle was genuine. In the short series As Told by Emoji, Gaston appears as an emoticon version in the Beauty and the Beast entry. Gaston appears in the 2017 live-action remake, played by Luke Evans. In the movie, Gaston plays the same role as in the animated movie, though with a few differences. A captain in the light cavalry, Gaston is a hero to the village, but he is bored with his peaceful life after returning from the war. Gaston pursues Belle, determined to marry her, as she is the most beautiful girl in the village and thus the only one good enough for him. He also finds her independence to be a thrilling challenge and shows disdain for the bimbettes, who constantly fawn over him purely because of his appearance. When Maurice appears, claiming that Belle has been imprisoned by the beast, Gaston, who does not believe in the beast, offers to help him in order to find out where Belle has gone. Unfortunately, the way to the castle is blocked, and Gaston loses his temper with Maurice, revealing that he is violent, rough, and demanding. When Maurice tells Gaston that he will never let him marry Belle, Gaston ties him to a tree, leaving him to the wolves. He hopes that by doing this, it will coerce Belle into marrying him, as he tells LeFou that after Maurice dies, there will be no one to take care of Belle except for him. Later, when Maurice is saved, he accuses Gaston of his crime, but Gaston fools the people into thinking Maurice is mad, and arranges for him to be locked up in the asylum. When Belle turns up and proves the beast's existence with a magic mirror, Gaston's jealousy drives him to rally the people to storm the castle and kill the beast, but not before he orders Tom, Dick, and Stanley to lock Belle alongside her father to prevent her from warning the Beast. He confronts the Beast alone and shoots him in the back, claiming Belle sent him. However, Belle appears, and the Beast fights back, holding Gaston over a chasm. He begs for mercy and is spared. Instead of leaving, he shoots the Beast again, this time twice, as a result of which he kills him. When the castle begins to crumble and the bridge where Gaston is standing breaks into pieces, Gaston falls to his death into the water below. Unlike in the animated movie, Gaston's demise is shown on screen. In the musical television special Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration, which serves as a celebration of the 30th anniversary of the animated film's historic Oscar nomination for Best Picture, Gaston appears, portrayed by Joshua Henry. In the 2021 movie The Simpsons in Plusaversary, Gaston was seen at Moe's Tavern, where he appears as a cameo character. In the short animated series Chibi Tiny Tales, Gaston appears as a Chibi version in the Beauty and the Beast entry. In the 2023 short animated movie Once Upon a Studio, Gaston is seen with other Disney characters in the men's room, getting ready for the photo. He is heard singing his typical song, All This, while looking in the mirror, only to be ridiculed by the Cheshire Cat. Gaston appears as the main antagonist in LEGO's 2023 animated special, LEGO Disney Princess, The Castle Quest. Having grown tired of hunting beasts and prey, Gaston takes up the challenge of hunting magical artifacts so that he may rule over all kingdoms. Among the stolen relics is the trident, of which Gaston cannot claim ownership until it is relinquished by King Triton. Gaston imprisons Triton within a giant fish tank, but his attempts to have the king release his hold over the trident are futile. Triton summons Ariel, Snow White, Tiana, Rapunzel, and Moana to face Gaston in a series of challenges. Though Gaston initially underestimates the princesses, they manage to overcome his various traps and tricks. Desperate, Gaston calls upon Maleficent to kill the heroines, but the dragon turns on the hunter and burns him alive.